I'm Catherine Erdley, a retail advisor on the Enterprise Nation platform and founder of the Resilient Retail Club, a membership for creative product businesses. I will be taking you through an introduction to pricing your product or service. Let's get started. Pricing your product or service is one of the most important decisions that you can make as a business owner. So make sure you review your pricing logically and avoid some of the main pitfalls. Pricing is so important because how much you sell your products or services for determines how much your profit is going to be. And profit is the engine that drives your business. If you are not making enough money per sale, it doesn't matter how many Instagram followers you have, you cannot build a sustainable business. Low profitability means that you have to make so many more sales to break even, and it can even lead to feelings of resentment. You have a unique talent to share with the world, but you cannot share it on a long-term basis if your business does not fulfill you in all ways, including financially. So take the time now and make sure you set your prices correctly and avoid underpricing. Underpricing is charging less for your products or services than the market value, and it's very common when people are first starting their business. People underprice for a few different reasons. Sometimes it's due to a lack of belief in ourselves or our business ideas. Other times it's a refusal to see our passion as a serious business or an unwillingness to charge enough for something that we enjoy doing. Some people believe that they are helping others by undercharging, and undercharging can also be caused by a fear of rejection if we demand too high a price. If you're not sure if you're underpricing your product or service, ask yourself the following questions. Do you see other people selling similar products or services for much more than you and wonder how they do it? Do you avoid looking at your competitors' prices because you find it confusing or demoralizing? Do you ever feel resentful about how little money that you have left after paying for your products or materials? Do people often comment on how reasonable your prices are, especially for the quality that they are getting? Do you know that your prices should be higher, but feel guilty or fearful about raising them? And are you struggling to meet the income goals that you have set yourself? Answering yes to several of these questions suggests that you may be underpricing. You can avoid underpricing by following these logical steps. Number 1, review your competitors. And by that I mean find 3 businesses that operate in a similar way to you and take a look at their prices. Don't compare yourself to somebody who is much bigger or who's been established much longer, or perhaps somebody who produces their products in a completely different way for you, such as manufacturing in China versus being handmade. But find instead 3 competitors who have a very similar business model than you do. Step 2, decide how you are going to price in comparison to those competitors. You may want to be in line with them, you may want to price above them, which is a premium pricing model, or you may want to price below them, which is a value pricing model. Step 3, once you've decided about your pricing in comparison to your competitors, speak to your ideal customers, but don't ask them, would you pay X amount for this product or service? Instead, you want to quiz them on their previous buying habits. Ask them how much they have paid for a similar product or service in the past. Step 4, once you have set your pricing in comparison to your competitors and then verified it with your customers, then you want to work out how much profit you are going to make. For products, this means taking into account all of the materials that you're going to be using to make the product or the cost of you purchasing the product yourself. And for services, you need to factor in your time and any other materials or equipment that you might need. Above all, when it comes to pricing, think about value. People don't buy something because it's a certain price. They buy it because they believe it's good value. If you're struggling to get people to pay the prices that you know that your product or service is worth, ask yourself if you're doing enough to convey the value. For services, sell the transformation. How is your service going to improve your customer's life? Focus on the benefits. For products, give as much detail as possible about the quality of your products, whether that's the production method, the material used, and so on. If something's worth more, charge more. But you have to explain why to your customers. If you focus on the value and convey that clearly to your customer, then your pricing will not be an issue.